Hi, I'm Amy Romeo, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make these trendy and popular Carabiner keychains using large beads, some faux leather, and some heat transfer vinyl to create a fun little letter charm. Now, these are really popular. You may have seen these on Pinterest, and all we need is this Carabiner keychain and then some large hole beads, and I have a couple different types. So there's pony beads, there are these really large hole beads that are faceted, and then some letter beads. Again, these have large holes. I'll have links to all of these supplies for you, so don't worry about that. And I'll also have the SVG file for you with the entire alphabet of all of these charms if you want to make the little charm along with me. So today I'll be using my Cricut Maker for this project to cut the faux leather, but you can use any of the current Cricut machines to cut faux leather. And I'll be cutting the faux leather using a purple strong grit mat. I'll use a green mat for the heat transfer vinyl. And the faux leather can be any faux leather you have that's nice and smooth. I'll leave a link to this pattern and my favorite supplier. And I'm just using some regular Caesar heat transfer vinyl in any color for that letter detail. Now, after we cut the faux leather and the heat transfer vinyl, we're going to glue the faux leather together front to back. You can use Fabri-Tac, which is my first choice, or you could use a nice craft glue like Bearly Art Glue. And then I'll show you all of the different beads. These are the Carabiner keychains. They just have a large screw like that. And these are fun because they come in the different metal colors. So even if you wanted to use the darker gunmetal color, for example, you can get large hole letter beads that match. Some other tools we'll be using. I'll use an Easy Press Mini to press the heat transfer vinyl onto the faux leather. You'll want a weeding tool of some kind, some blue tape. You'll need a heat pressing pad and then a little cover sheet, some flat nose jewelry making pliers, and I'll also use some optional charms and some 10mm jump rings. So let's go ahead, let's jump into Cricut Design Space. I'm going to show you the SVG file for this project. We're going to make the cute little initial charms, and then I'll show you how to put it all together in a finished keychain. Starting with a blank canvas in Cricut Design Space, you'll click on Upload and then Upload Image, and you'll browse to where the unzipped SVG file for this project is saved on your device. Click on it to select it and then click Open. You'll see a preview of the SVG file. Click Continue and then Upload. So this is the complete alphabet of these fun initial charms I've created for you. The light pink layer is going to cut from faux leather and the darker pink layer is going to cut from heat transfer vinyl. So the first thing I want to do is ungroup these so that I can delete the ones I'm not going to use. I'm just going to start with an A for today. So I'm going to go ahead and select all of the ones that I'm not going to use and delete those off of my canvas. And then I don't need to change the shape on these or do anything else on this screen. So I'll click the Make It button. We're cutting our materials on a mat. And the first thing we want to do is go through and mirror both of these mats because faux leather and heat transfer vinyl cut in reverse. And I always like to drag my shapes away from the edge of the mat just a little bit. And I'm going to do the same thing for that faux leather mat. So this light pink will cut from faux leather, and you can see you can use just a very small 4" by 2" scrap of faux leather to cut out these charms if that's what you have. Same thing, very small 2" square for your letter. So I always like to cut the faux leather mat first. I'll click back on that and click Continue. And I'm going to use the faux leather paper thin cut setting for the faux leather mat. So faux leather paper thin with more pressure. Now, if you don't have this setting bookmarked as a favorite like I do, you can click on Browse All Materials and search for it. And then for your heat transfer vinyl mat, you'll use the appropriate cut setting for your type and brand of heat transfer vinyl. If you're new to cutting faux leather with your Cricut, you'll see here that we're just using the regular fine point blade that comes with all of the current Cricut machines, including the Cricut Joy series, all the Explore machines, and all the Maker machines. So let's go ahead and hop back to my overhead camera and we will start cutting out our mats to assemble our project. So I'm ready to cut out the faux leather for the initial charms. I have my purple strong grit mat ready to go, and I have my faux leather trimmed down to that smaller size. And if it has a direction on your pattern, you want to make sure that your pattern is facing up, and then flip this over. And then we're going to put this pretty side down on our purple strong grit mat, right in that spot we saw the shapes are going to cut in the mat preview screen. And then I'm just using some blue painter's tape. I like to tape down my faux leather so it doesn't shift while the blade is cutting through it. If the blade shifts and your material moves, it will mess up your cut. So I'm just going to put this down on all sides. We already have our faux leather paper thin cut setting with more pressure ready to go. So I'm just going to load the mat into the machine and begin the cut. So the faux leather has cut one time, and before I unload the mat, I always like to use my sharp weeding tool just to lift up the edge and see if the cut went all the way through. I can see this one is stuck a little bit on the side. I don't know if you can see that. This side comes up, but this one's stuck a little bit over here. And I think most of it is cut, so I'm gonna go ahead and unload the mat. But if you have a lot of stuck parts, you can rerun your cut as long as you haven't unloaded the mat just by pressing that cut button again. But I'm gonna go ahead and unload this and remove my shapes here. And if there's anything stuck a little bit, I like to use my small curved scissors just to cut that apart. And then there is a hole at the top here for the little jump ring. So I'm just going to use my sharp weeding tool to poke through that hole. So we have our little front and back to the faux leather charm. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut out the heat transfer vinyl mat. So I've got my green standard grip mat, and I cut a little piece of my Caesar heat transfer vinyl. The shiny side always goes down on this. Press it really well with your fingers. I'm using the iron-on setting with default pressure for this material. Again, we'll just load the mat and run the cut. I'll unload the mat, remove my heat transfer vinyl, and just weed away the excess. And when you're reading this, you might want to look back at the original art in Design Space because this is supposed to be an outline. So you want to weed away the inside of the letters and then also the inside of that letter outline. Okay, so we're all set. Now we're going to jump over to my Easy Press Mini and press our charm together, and I'll show you how to glue it. So I'm ready to press. I have my Easy Press Mini set to the low setting, which is that first green line. If you're using a regular heat press, I would set it to 265 degrees. I have my heat pressing pad. I have a Teflon sheet that I've trimmed smaller, but you could also use butcher paper or parchment paper. So you have your front and your back of your faux leather charm. Now these are symmetrical, this letter, but if you have a letter that has a direction, then you'll want to make sure you've identified your front and your back of your charm before you press. And I'm just going to take this little piece here, set it down, and then these heat transfer vinyl letters, a lot of them have a little cutout shape where the hole, that pre-made hole is in the heat transfer vinyl. So you can use that as a guide to help you figure out exactly where to place this. So I'll lift this up and show you. That outline just goes right on top of that little cutout hole. So I'll place this down on my heat pressing pad, cover with my cover sheet, and I'm going to press this for about 10 seconds. So remove your cover sheet. This will be warm, so be careful. And then I'm just going to very slowly peel back this clear carrier sheet. If when you start peeling, your vinyl lifts up, then just place this right back down, cover again, and press for about 5 to 10 more seconds. But this one looks pretty good. And then you can see how that looks. So what I want to do is just place this underneath my heat pressing pad so that it will dry or cool nice and flat. So just let that sit there for about a minute. And I have a heavy book here because when we glue this charm together, the front and the back, we're going to want to press it underneath our heavy book once it's glued for about an hour. And that's what helps you get a really nice tight seal on the edge of these faux leather charms glued front to back. I'm gonna go ahead and get my Fabri-Tac. Again, you could use something like Barely Art Glue. And I'm just going to flip over one of my little charms here. I'm going to apply glue all over the back. And you want to make sure to get it close to the edge, but not all the way to the edge, because some of the glue will seep out when it's pressed under the book. Now we do want to try and go around that little loop there. Now this glue, what I love about this is it's very easy to wipe it up off the edges when it seeps out. And it's very easy to clean up with just a wet paper towel or a little damp cloth. So now I'll take the front of the charm, place it onto the back that has that glue. I'm going to pick it up. And what I want to do is just spend a minute getting those edges neatly lined up, and we're pressing down, and you can see a little bit of glue is coming out, and there's a little bit of glue in that hole, but don't worry because we will be able to just wipe that up. Now what I might do is take my weeding hook here and just kind of clean out that hole at first, wipe up those edges. And now I'm going to put this underneath my heavy book. Again, ideally you want this to be under here for at least an hour. Now what I like to do is check it in about 5 minutes and just peel away any little glue goobers on the edge to get that out of the way, and then I'll check it at the end of the hour. So my charm is still drying underneath my heavy book, but I just wanted to show you how to put the beads on these carabiners. So these are about 2.4 inches long, and they're really fun size, and they just have this little twisty piece here. So you just unscrew them, very simple. And then lots of different beads you can put on here. Like here's a pony bead, and you just kind of slide it on. If you wanted to do the letter beads, again, these are large hole letter beads. You just kind of put it in the middle here and slide it on. Make sure your letters are going in the right direction. And then we've got these really big hole, these are pretty beads, and these take a little bit of work to get it sort of on there, but they do fit. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is go ahead and start making my little design here. I'm gonna do all the beads first, and then we will add our little initial charm at the end. So what I'm gonna do is exactly this one here, where we have 6 different colors of beads, and then I have 4 different little flower charms, and I'll leave links to all of these for you. I'm just gonna add the charms in after I add the beads. So you can decide where you want your little clasp to be before you get started, and then we're just gonna thread these on. And I've seen these just like this, or just with the pony beads. You really don't need the initial unless you wanted to. You can also add other charms and dangles if you'd like. And I'll just go ahead and close that up. And then attaching our charms with jump rings is really simple. These are 10mm size. And I'm just gonna use my pliers to open these up. Open that up just a little bit. I'll slide on my first charm. And then I'm just going to put it here in between 2 of my beads and close it back up. So I'll go ahead and add the rest of the charms. Once all my little charms are on the way I want them, then all I need to do is add my initial, my little faux leather charm that we made, using 1 more jump ring. So this has not been drying for a full hour, but you can see how nice that edge is. It's an almost seamless edge. And when this dries fully, it'll be really hard and stiff like these, so they make great little charms. And that's that. Isn't that cute? Here's another look at the 3 different finished styles of these Carabiner keychains with letter charms. I hope you enjoyed this project and you're going to try making these yourself. Remember to check the video description for links to all of the tools and materials that I used, as well as how to get the SVG file if you want to make those initial charms. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.